everybody, and welcome
What?
to Second Wind.
What? You might have warned me.
Oh, well, I
I
didn't
was still
count
on.
down this time.
I was still on my first wind. Shit.
Yeah, if you are on Twitch, I just reset the stream over there. It says it's unstable. Average stream bitrate too high. Let me.
Oh,
So
well, already too popular for our own good, it seems.
yeah, I'm not sure what's going on over there, but let me. I don't think I can. Maybe I can update the bitrate while we're going. Let me try.
Mm.
Stream output. I can.
But
Let's drop that.
give us a moment, everyone.
Maybe, I might have been trying to stream bitrate too high, so let's see if that fixes that. And
We're professionals.
yes, well,
Well, we aren't.
that's what we get
Well,
for
we
not
were
having
2 days ago.
that's what we get for not having streamed on Twitch in a year. Okay, so let me give us one more second to see if Twitch comes back online. There it is.
Oh,
There it is. I got
oh,
it. I fixed it. Cool. Twitch is
oh.
up.
There
Hello,
we go.
Twitch.
Hello. So hello, Twitch, as well as YouTube.
Okay, our bitrate was too high. I was trying to stream a 4090 at way too high of a bitrate, so you know what? It's fine.
Well, anyway, thank you for joining us for our inaugural stream on Second Wind. It's been very humbling to see. We are already up to 43,000 subscribers before we've even put anything on the channel. I assume if you're here, you know what happened, but just in case you just stumbled in here on some weird clicker binge, I'm Yahtzee Crowshaw.
And I am
I
Nick.
was up, and I'm getting to you, Nick.
Ah!
I was up until 2 days ago, the creator of Zero Punctuation for The Escapist, and with me is Nicholas Jicolas Calandra, who up until 2 days ago was the editor-in-chief of The Escapist.
Yes. I don't even know what I am here now. I think I'm just content director here now. I don't think we have an editor in chief anymore. Can you have an editor in chief on a thing that doesn't have a website?
Well, we could just call you Big Man.
Okay, we'll go with that. Not Daddy Nick. A lot of the escapist people tried to do that. We're not doing that. Yeah, before we get started, just wanted to give a thank you to everybody. As Yahtzee said, welcome to Second Wind. We're this has been a whirlwind. I know there's been like a lot of people wondering how we put this together so fast, and we don't even know. It's just we have an awesome team, and we move quick. I mean, the Escapist is all about pivoting to what worked and what didn't, and we're figuring it out as we go. If you've been in the Discord, you've seen what a madhouse it is right now.
Yeah, we've been absolutely blown away by the coverage of what happened. We didn't expect the BBC to pick it up.
Yeah, my parents saw that and they're like, "Hey, you're on BBC." I was like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
wish it wasn't being fired, but that's fine."
Shall we give like a truncated version of what exactly happened at the
Yeah,
Escapist
but
before we move on to like the future rather than the past?
yes, absolutely. But before we do that, I want to give a first note. Do not take any of this out on the Escapist brand or the writers there. We are fully in support of the writers still there. If they still have their jobs and they're just doing their jobs. They're part of our team. Like the Escapist brand has nothing to do with what happened here. It's just the type of content we wanted to make and how we wanted to fund it really wasn't compatible. And so here's where we are today. So. Like I said, I know there's been like a lot of comments and all that saying like the Escapist did this or that. Like Escapist had nothing to do with it. So just take that as you will.
What was the it that the Escapist has nothing to do with?
Me being fired. Well, I guess we'll go on that. So yes, I was fired from the Escapist November 6th without really any warning. We spent the last just about 5 years. We were about to celebrate 5 years of rebuilding the Escapist into a brand that we were really proud of. We created a lot of really cool shows. We have an amazing team. Obviously, Yahtzee's legacy is tied to the Escapist, and he somehow has been doing this for 16 years, and everybody still watches it. Like that doesn't happen, and so
Well, it helps that it's something you love to do.
Yeah. Yeah, we all love what we do here, and that's why we stuck together as a team. Some of us were fired, some of us resigned. It was kind of a mix of both.
Yeah, let me just go into detail there. Nick, well, speaking personally, I think the decision to fire Nick made absolutely no sense to me. because Nick was the driving force behind the Escapists last few years and its turnaround. He took a site that was basically nothing and rebuilt it into something that it currently is, with a whole new community that was extremely invested. We were still in the middle of like a massive growth period. We were bringing out new shows and everything. So when he was fired, I personally didn't want to continue with what we were doing with anyone else. Frankly, he was like the vision behind it. And it seems everyone else who resigned was of the same view.
Yeah, I'm extremely grateful that everybody followed me to do this. We are, I'm entirely humbled by it, and I'm proud that we as a team collectively care about each other that much that we're willing to risk it all to go do this.
Nick was always like the approachable manager. He represented the creators, not like the money men. He was he was the big man. He brought it together.
Well,
he is a tireless worker. He hasn't really slept more than 10 hours in the last 3 days, apparently.
Yes, I don't know how I'm still awake. But yes, there's been a lot of questions about who came with, who didn't. The entire Escapist video team is here. Me, Yahtzee, Marty, Omar, Matt, Jesse, James, everyone. Frost.
Yeah, everyone.
The
whole Adventurous Night crew.
Yep, all the freelancers that were on 3MR came with us. Like everybody's here. Darren Mooney came with us. Even some of the freelance writers on the Escapist came with us. They're all here.
Jack's with us as well.
Jack
Thank
Becker.
you.
Yes. Should have had a list in front of me.
Probably should have done.
But yes, we are so excited to do this. We are so excited by the response to it. I literally can't believe it.
I mean, people have been yelling at me to go independent for years. So, in brief, that's what we're doing. Second Wind, in short, is an independent gaming and pop culture media channel that will be entirely creator-owned and audience-funded. You might have noticed we already have a Patreon set up. Do we have a link to that somewhere?
All of the Escapist people are in the chat, so they'll send you the link in there. I guess I could do it through Restream on here. I haven't even used the Restream chat in months.
Yeah, we hastily set one up yesterday, and like someone subscribed to the highest tier before we'd even put it out anywhere. So obviously there's interest in that.
Yeah. So when we were putting all these plans together, like if you guys want to know how fucking crazy this has been, we had no plans to launch this the way we did. Like we were talking over ideas, like what are we gonna do, and then the outpour of support was so crazy that we're like, holy crap, like we got to do something. We have an idea. Let's get this together. Let's go. So Java Starrett, Goodblood, if you've ever heard of him on YouTube, he did the branding for us. Him and I worked on that all the 2 nights ago and got that put together. I worked on all the social channels to get those ready, and the Patreon. Literally, I had the page created. It wasn't ready to go. I had nothing on there besides like the tiers, no bio, no nothing. And somebody Googled it and found it, and then immediately donated the highest tier. I'm like, oh fuck. Like, I guess we're doing this, boys.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy we're working with, I guess.
Yeah. So there is.
But if it's great that you're all donating already, but stick with us, and we'll tell you what you're actually paying for.
Yes. All right. So yeah, really time to introduce Second Wind then, and our mission and the vision of it. And so, in general, like Second Wind is really just continuing what we were doing on the Escapist. I know there's a ton of people here that didn't know Escapist had anything beyond 0 punctuation, and that's fine.
Yeah, I think we'll have to make clear, first of all, that the first step, like week 1, is getting things back on track with what the audience the Escapist was used to.
Yep. So
getting back in the weekly routine.
Yes. And of course, our mission with the Escapist, the mission statement was to create content that was informative, interesting, and fun. And that's going to continue the same way here. Like everybody here is a fan of video games and movies and television and comics and tabletop. We really just want to create a space that, much like the Escapist, that you can escape to discuss your favorite hobbies in a place that's fun. It's civil. It's respectful. We moderate our comments in Discord very heavily, so watch yourself. But we really want to keep this place friendly, and everybody. You're not going to be in the comments fighting with each other over PlayStation versus Xbox or all this other bullshit like that.
Yes.
We run this as a tight ship, and if you are willing to be a part of that vision and willing to create something positive with us, you are absolutely welcome here.
Yes, friendly to everything except bad video games.
Yes.
Even
to the developers, though, you're still friendly to developers of bad video games.
But on that note, our first major piece of content that will be going out next Wednesday, yes?
Yeah. Well, before we get to that,
oh, okay, yeah, yes.
Yeah, so we are figuring. There's going to be a lot of questions about IP and everything. We are figuring that out, but right now we don't have any answers for you, so we will let you know when we do. And then for live streams, one of the big things that we did on the Escapist proper was we live streamed every single day, maybe to our detriment, I don't know. But everybody wanted us to separate that out, so we have created a separate live streams channel for all of our live streams, which means, one, you're going to get even more live streams than normal because it's not going to impact our premium content at all. So expect a lot more of that. And that channel will also be where our podcasts live as well. And so we will be starting up podcasts and streams very soon. Tomorrow soon, actually.
Do we want to post a link to the streaming channel as well?
Yes.
So that everyone can get subscribed into that?
And the mods are in there to do that. I think Marty or Jack or whoever will handle a bunch of links. But yeah, make sure you go subscribe to the live stream channel. And even if you don't like live streams, give ours a chance. I think you will have a good time. We have a really good time at our streams.
Yeah, so when are we going to be starting streaming there?
So we will begin streams tomorrow. Marty just shared the link in the chat, or you can just go to Second Wind the live streams on YouTube. Couldn't come up with a cooler brand name for that. I just wanted it to be super obvious whatever was going.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yes, the first live stream will start tomorrow. I believe it's going to be Dokapon Kingdom again.
Alrighty.
And it'll be a group of the Escapists playing that. And then Friday, Jack, Yahtzee, and myself, I think, will be on for Lords of the Fallen on Friday. Because Jack wants to show me up. If you don't know, get ready, because the Escapist or Second Wind does not shut up about Souls games. So we like to talk about them a lot.
We were tossing around a lot of ideas for vaguely Souls-related names.
Yeah.
Like Bonfire and
Firelink,
Dodge Roll. Yeah.
And then ended up kind of getting the best of both worlds with the Phoenix in there.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and we'll be streaming the first podcast between me and Marty on Monday in the time that Slightly Something Else always went out.
Yes.
So, get a head start on that. But, of course, as I was about to talk about the premium content on this channel that you're currently on, that's going to be starting on Wednesday with my new video game review, a short-form video game review show.
And what are you calling it?
Do you want to see what we're calling it?
Yeah, what are you calling it, Yahtzee?
We are calling it Fully Ramblematic.
Yes.
Some of you may already know that name. It's also the name of my personal site, so that's 100% my property, my IP. It's going to be everything you've come to expect from me, from my voice and my views on video games and stuff.
Yes.
So that'll be on Wednesday at this sort of time.
Yep, Wednesday, November 15th, and we're going to go we will talk later about how Patreon and all that's going to work with our shows, because we do have an early access tier on that. So we'll explain how all that's going to work in a little bit, because we're not going to jump into how we will normally release our content right away, because we want people to have, get into the channel and know what we're doing. But yeah, so on Wednesday, November 15th, fully Ramblematic. That'll be our first brand new show on Second Wind. On Thursday, November 16th, we will be back with the newest episode of Design Delve from Jay Mate. So if you haven't,
which was always Jay's property, so no worries there.
Yep, I made sure when Jay came aboard that he had the license to his property and that he could take it back if he ever left. So Design Delve will return over on Second Wind with a episode all about Souls games. Wouldn't you have guessed? And then on Friday, November 17th, we will premiere Cold Take with a fresh new coat of paint from Sebastian Ruiz, or Frost. Cold Take is another IP that Frost owned before he went to the Escapist. So we are bringing it right back here with a nice updated style, even more into the noir that you've really come to like. So we're
Noir.
Noir.
Noir. Noir. What the hell was that?
I've had 10 hours of sleep. Leave me alone. So that'll be our first week of content next week, along with streams and podcasts and all that kind of stuff. So
that's all the stuff that's penned down in ink.
Yes.
But
we do have more stuff.
In the future, you can also expect a new video essay series from me, which will be calling Semi-Ramblematic, which will just be my thoughts on games industry and stuff.
Yes. And
I'll also be streaming games again, I'm sure, on the streaming channel, alongside everyone else.
Correct.
And what else is in the pipeline, Nick?
Yeah, so Sebastian Ruiz, or Frost, as I said before, he will be back with a new show later this month called Chronicles. So we're planning that out and figuring out what that's going to be, but you won't have to wait long for that. Darren Mooney will be returning to do a new show focused on movies and television. He will be covering The Last of Us first to make good on our previous Patreon goal back at the Escapist. So Darren Mooney is, honest to God, probably the best film critic out there. I found him on Twitter just rambling about movies and TV, and I'm like, hey, come write that stuff for me. And then everybody found him and loves him. So if you've not met Darren Mooney yet, you are about to, and you are going to be blown away by his content. He is the smartest man alive. He is an encyclopedia.
He's a machine
of movies and TV stuff. Like, I don't go give his stuff views back on the Escapist or whatever. I don't care. It's so good. It doesn't deserve to be lost. Like, go read his stuff.
But Nick, what about D&D content?
Yes. So obviously there's been a lot of questions about that. Any funding we received towards Adventures Nigh from the community back on the Escapist will be covered by Yahtzee. So that investment will be honored for whatever we do next D&D wise. We don't have any.
Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, we don't have any updates today on what we're doing D&D, but it is covered, and we will share updates as soon as we have them on the Discord and social media channels and here on YouTube and everything. And then lastly, at least for our current content plans, we're still working on a lot of stuff. We are planning to bring back short indie game reviews in some form, but we will figure out what that is later.
All right. Well, that's got all the excitement kicking off.
Yeah. So we're gonna jump. That's a lot of the content. Like I said, we have a lot of stuff planned. We've got to do a lot of branding and all this stuff. So just be patient with us as we get stuff going. And I've read all the comments on Patreon, and I'm super thankful. People are like, take your time. We know what's going on. So we will roll things out, and we will get on a regular schedule once we kind of get everything going.
Yeah, I'm seeing some questions in the chat about Starstruck Vagabond. No worries about that. That was always 100% my property. That's why they clamped down on us talking about it back at the Escapist, because you can't really sell your personal projects when you're part of a job doing something else. But the good news is we can now promote that as much as we want.
Yes, we can promote Starstruck Vagabond as much as we want. I'm actually a producer and marketing on the game, so mods, if you can share a Twitter link to Starstruck Vagabond in chat, that'd be awesome, so we can get more people to that. Go wishlist that game, because both Yahtzee and I are super excited about it, and it's not.
You can see the trailer on my personal channel, Yahtzee19, right now. We could be. I was thinking of maybe we could do some QA streams of that on the new channel. Get someone to play it while I watch and take notes.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's certainly something we could do. My book's also my own property. Someone asking about that. Again, they were clamping down on me promoting that, but that's back on the table. I have a sequel to my a threequel to my book We'll Save the Galaxy for Food. The third book in the trilogy is called We'll Leave the Galaxy for Good. That's in production and will be out sometime next year. I'm sure we can do some promotion for that when it comes out. Maybe like a Q&A, a live reading. It's we can do whatever we like because we own the channel. So ha 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 ha.
Yes, we can do whatever we want here, even if it's Halo 24/7.
Yeah, not doing that.
All right, and then yeah, like we see all your questions in chat. We'll answer. We'll go through a bunch of stuff. Marty's, I believe, writing down notes on the biggest questions. But of course, we got to talk business now.
Oh dear!
Actually,
everything suddenly got serious.
Before we even get to that, as Yahtzee was just doing self promotion for his stuff, we are putting together a entire document for all of the contributors on the Escapist. So I mean, Second Wind. I'm gonna have to get used to that. All the contributors on Second Wind. So we're putting together a document that shows where you can go watch their personal streams. You can follow them on social media. You can support them, and then between the core team and the freelancers, everything will be there for you guys to check that out. So make sure to go support everybody. Like there's if you're new to Second Wind and haven't been keeping up with what we were doing on the Escapist, we have so many cool people. Like you're gonna find something you love, I guarantee it. But all right, so business talk, and this will be where I talk for quite a bit. So
I'll just play with my dog.
Sounds good. Oh yeah, where's Toffee? See in your coat?
Yep, there he is.
Been there the whole time.
He likes to sleep there.
Yes. Okay, so the channel will be completely self-funded through a variety of means. We have no corporate owners. Second Wind is completely independent. It's completely ours. And Patreon will be our main support line. So please subscribe to that if you want to support what we're doing. Like we're going to have content up every day. We're going to have streams every day, podcasts weekly. We have a big team to support here. We brought everybody. And so the more support we get on the Patreon, the better, because we really want to take what we were doing at the Escapist and just reach our full potential here, our vision. We had so much stuff that we want to do, and we have the team to do it. Like we really do. Every single person on this team, everybody, is amongst the most talented people I've ever met, and everybody contributes together. Everybody works together. Like this is a once in a lifetime team. And that's why this is happening. So big team to support, make it happen. Obviously on Patreon, like I said, the page hasn't been fully set out yet, so like we're gonna put goals on there to reach to do certain things. So next year was going to be the 5th year of the Escapist revival, and we were talking about doing our first community in-person meetup somewhere. So, I mean, that might be tied to one of our Patreon goals to do something like that. And now we have a launch party to do. So, all right. Other revenue streams will be filled by direct sponsorships curated by us. So, no crypto, gambling, nothing like that. We want sponsors that are relevant to our audience. So, products that we use, indie games, anything we think like you guys are actually going to be interested in, that's the sponsors we want. Like, we don't want random mobile games or anything like that. We want to work with partners.
You don't think Raid Shadow Legends might be interested?
I'm sure we will hear from them at some point. But no plans to sponsor Raid Shadow Legends again. Sorry. I don't know. I'm sure there's people that play it. So yes, direct sponsorships will be part of our funding. Merchandise, we already have a partner set up. We're going to figure out what we're going to offer there. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but we do have a shirt in development already that will be our basically our founder's shirt, and we're planning for that to go on sale soon to support the start of Second Wind.
That's the shirt for people on the ground floor. Yes. You can say you were here.
Yeah, you were here when we rose from the ashes. I just came up with that. It was kind of cool. And then live streams will be supported through super chats and fund donation goals, just like we were doing back on the Escapist, and that money will actually go to us this time.
Yes, but you need to have a certain number of views before we can start super chats, so that wouldn't be like right away, probably very soon.
Yeah, I think after this, I mean, there's 5,000 people watching this stream.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so after this stream, we will be able to live stream and do super turn on monetization, I believe. Maybe we just keep going and we'll get 4,000. Well, yeah, if we go for an hour, we will be there.
Well, this channel, yeah, but
Yeah.
we're not going to be streaming much on this channel.
Yeah, we won't be streaming much on this channel. We'll be streaming. Well, we can't turn monetization on until we hit 4,000 watch hours either. So,
Yeah.
speaking of that, obviously, people have been asking about YouTube memberships. We will offer YouTube memberships on this channel, same way we did on the Escapist. Probably, probably exactly the same way, with a tip jar level tier. So, a big thing back on the Escapist was everybody loved having a green name in chat to show that they were supporting. So, and yes, there are 400 of you on Twitch. I see you. I see you. I promise. I have to remember that we're doing Twitch again. Twitch changed their rules so we can restream again. Yes, the YouTube memberships will have like the tip jar level, the early access level, the sponsor free level, and the credit level, just like we do on Patreon. But we do advise that you go to Patreon to support us, as we get 92% of that cut, and YouTube takes 70%. I mean, YouTube takes 30% of that cut, and then Twitch right now, until we get partner status, we only get 50%.
Yeah.
And while we're talking about donations and stuff like that, Marty, if you're in there still, you can share the link to the PayPal. So we are taking funding from PayPal as well, and we are going to.
Yeah, if you want to just shoot us a big pile of money with no expectations, then that's the area to do it, because obviously we get most of the cut from that.
Yes. And going forward on streams and stuff like that, if you plan to donate anything over $50, we're going to recommend that you go to PayPal so that you don't lose a huge cut of that to YouTube or Twitch or whatever you're going to do it from. We will make sure, it's going to take a little bit, but we will make sure to remind you of that, because we do know.
Yes, remind us to remind you of that.
Yes. And then lastly, we're basically going to turn on every funding or every revenue stream we can without overdoing it or anything like that. So we will be using organic advertising on videos through YouTube ad revenue. Again, we have a big team to support, so we need to use every lever to bring in that revenue. But we are not going to.
I have to not swear so much.
No. We will not censor ourselves due to YouTube advertising. My entire mission at The Escapist was to make our revenue model supported directly to us, and that YouTube advertising will be supplemental to that. And that is exactly what we're going to do here. So while we will have organic advertising from YouTube, we are not going to be relying on it. It will be just additive to what we are already doing. So,
oh boy, I do like swearing a lot.
Yeah, you do. But yeah, so that's kind of the business model. Right now, we have our core team. So the objective of Second Wind right now is to basically get funding for our entire first year up front. We're not expecting you guys to do that up front. If you do, that's fucking incredible, and I don't know, we'll figure out something to do. But we're planning on going to Kickstarter. We were planning on Kickstarter way later. It's probably going to get moved up now. But we are going to go to Kickstarter at some point to raise part of that funding, and then we will be looking for partnerships or premier sponsors to kind of help fund the rest of that. So the idea is that we want to upfront fund our first year, so that those of us that had salaries and everything that either were fired or gave it up, that we're covered and our quality of life doesn't change while we continue to do the same work. And then all of the funding that we get from sponsorships, merch, Patreon, YouTube, live streams, whatever, we bank all that, and that funds our years to come. So, if you are an investor and you are in chat and you want to talk, my email is on the channel page and the about page. So reach out, and you will see what we can do. But we are looking for more partners, because we do not want to be beholden to investors to pay things back. So,
yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it really for today, honestly. Like, we're just kind of really getting things started. Like I said, we got branding to do, we got shows to create, we got social media accounts to run. My phone has been vibrating, I'm not kidding, for 38 hours straight now without stopping. It's been utterly insane.
I've accrued about 15,000 Twitter followers since this all started.
Mm-hmm. But
as we said, it's been very humbling. seeing the outpouring of support.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should have done this a long time ago.
I don't, I was thinking about that, and I think like looking back, like I don't think we could have. I think we really needed the time to really build, a community that wasn't just there for ZP. One of the really interesting things about the Escapist that we like was it was sad that it ended the way it did, was because like for the past 3-4 years that we've been rebuilding the brand, we were kind of cycling through an older audience that really wasn't interested in what everybody else was doing, and we were starting to bring in all this new audience. And so like we were really on a growth pattern, and all of our direct funding options were growing year over year. So
yeah, I mean, this was probably like, if I could make an analogy to dead rock stars, is it like Kurt Cobain banging himself in the head at the height of his popularity and being a legend for the rest of time?
Yeah. But yeah, we're everybody's super excited about Second Wind. We're all on board to do this, and we could really just use your support. And we're we're so excited that so many of you are excited. Like it's literally I just can't believe it. Yeah, I can't believe how many people are on this stream right now. I don't even know. I don't even know what else to say. Like I'm just.
Yeah, I think that's all we needed to say.
I'm just
any
shocked.
questions?
Yeah, I guess for the next 20-30 minutes we'll take questions. Or we'll start.
We'll just try to quickly glance them as they whiz past on the chat.
Yeah. Marty also gave me a list of questions to go over, so we'll start doing that really quick. So, yeah, who's all involved with Second Wind in full-time capacity? We kind of already talked about that. And then obviously we have a whole group of freelancers too, with Casey, Amy, Jesse, Elise, Will. I'm like, there's so much going through my head. I can't remember everybody. Jessica Hoops, our artists. So there's a lot going on there. What is Second Wind's goal for the first week, first month, first year? Well, I went over that. I got to read through all these. Marty wrote me a lot of questions. Answered all this stuff. Answered all this stuff. Oh, okay. So right, we didn't even talk about the Patreon model. So the plan.
Oh yeah.
The plan is for the first few weeks as we get these shows going, we will not be releasing them early access through Patreon. They'll go to everybody. Just because we need to get the channel launched, obviously, and need to Oh, here's where I find all this stuff. Here's where I go. After probably the first 2 episodes or so of each show that we do, then it will transition to the early access model. So if you're on Patreon, you'll get a week of early access to the newest episode of Fully Ramblomatic while Yahtzee's working on the next episode, for example. We do this so that we can spread out our content because we offset weeks of content. So 1 week you'll get Fully Ramblomatic. Yahtzee and I haven't really talked if he's going to do it weekly still or every other week, but we'll figure that out.
I think Fully is going to be weekly still.
Okay.
But semi-ramblomatic will be like every 2 week schedule.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so most of our shows besides ZP Fully Ramblomatic will go on every week, and then all the other shows are every other week, and then we fill in the schedule so that you're still getting a show Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Patreon subscribers are getting the next week's shows Monday, Wednesday, Friday, while the previous weeks are releasing. And then obviously with our Patreon tiers as they are now, let me pull that up real quick. Excuse me. So we have the supporter tier. This is a $3 a month tier. Every tier that we have has a 7-day free trial. We just offer that to make sure you can see the content you're getting. Like we're really transparent about stuff. That's part of the reason I think why the Escapist 3.0, whatever it was, did so well, is just because we were really open and honest about everything we were doing. So the supporter tier, you get access to our premium Discord channels where you'll be able to provide direct feedback on upcoming content. So our community that came over from the Escapist to here, and they know how open we are about when we're developing stuff. Like we start showing them like literally early cuts of content to provide feedback, and we take that feedback and go work it right into the show. So if you want to be involved in that, that's the supporter tier. Early access tier, already explained that. Credit and sponsor free tier. So if you want your name in the credits, we're making like a really cool credits section for people that support at that tier, and then of course sponsor free. So the way we will do that is the public video will be, the video with the sponsor if we do it, which will always be at the front of our videos. We're not going to put them a minute and 30 seconds in or anything like that. And we will also make sure they are short and sweet, because nobody wants to watch a minute 30 sponsor.
Not that it's difficult to just skip ahead of like 30 seconds with your keyboard on YouTube, but
yes. But we want you to watch the sponsors. Like, people, if anybody brings up Adventures in I, we created really fun sponsors using that. So I think people enjoy the sponsors when we had fun with it, and that's what we want to do here. I want to just integrate it right into the content. But at the $10 tier, you get your name in the credits, and you get sponsor-free videos, and they will have their own playlist for those of you that are in that tier, so you'll be able to easily find them. $25 a month is the mailbag tier. So if you really liked the art that you saw in Adventures in I, El Cheshire has joined us over here on Second Wind, and he'll be making a digital art print for you every month, which will be sent out. And it'll be big enough that if you want to go get a print of it, you can do that.
El Cheshire is the artist who did a lot of work on Adventures in I.
A lot of our custom thumbnails, background art, everything. Padmanathan also came with us from Second Wind 2, so he will be working on our thumbnails and everything as expected. And then lastly, our Phoenix tier, which is you will have a special section in our videos at the Phoenix level. And so if you go back and look at some of the Escapist things, you'll see like the God tier in the credits. So that will be the new Phoenix section here. And then every month on the last Sunday, typically, unless something comes up or everybody's busy or whatever, we do a digital hangout session where we either play a game together and like we all get in a Discord and actually like chat with you and everything, or sometimes we watch a movie together or just play like a digital board game or something like that. So we do that once a month. And then part of that tier as well is, once we get our provider of merch going, you will get a discount code anytime we release a new set of merchandise.
All right.
So that is the Patreon explained. If you have any questions,
well it seems there are a lot of questions.
Yeah, the chat is going crazy.
Some questions related to Fully Ramblomatic. I think what I can say at this point is that it will be an animated review show.
Yes. Okay. I was trying to see if Marty, this whole question section, like we didn't really have a big plan for, so we will. I don't know how we're gonna keep track of all these questions. Purim asks, will any future D&D content require prior knowledge of the Escapist era content? We don't know. When we have anything to say about D&D stuff, you will know, I promise. Somebody asked, how do you plan to keep track of these questions? I have no idea. Here's a few other questions I've already put. Will my Persona streams continue? So if you don't know, if you're new here, the community funded to just torture me with multiple Persona streams that I have to stream for 8 hours ago. Yes, I will make good on those promises here on Second Wind to continue streaming my Persona playthrough as Nuts-kun. I named my character D's Nuts, and it's very funny.
You love that game so very much, don't you?
I do.
We just can't keep you away from it at this point.
Somebody asks, is the PayPal set up yet? Yes, I think Marty's been sharing the link in the chat. It's scrolling by so quick that I'm sure it goes away every 2 seconds.
Yeah, we'll put it in like the pinned comment under this VOD, I think, and all other relevant links as well.
Yes. God, there's so many questions. Will we still be getting the game reviews? Yes. Will the live streams be only on YouTube? Nope, we're co-streaming on YouTube and Twitch going forward.
Assuming Twitch doesn't change the rules on that again.
Yes. Second Wind founder shipping to the UK. Going to figure that out, but assume yes. Is there any project or thing you guys want to do before, but your hands were tied that you now intend to pursue? We will find out.
Well, I already mentioned promoting my personal projects is on the table.
Yeah, I think
So that's
we
which I'm certainly excited about.
yeah. I mean, if we're Patreon funded and not relying on views anymore, we can do whatever the fuck we want, guys. Like, we can.
Yeah, just getting the content stream back on track is just the beginning, guys.
Yeah, we I started doing documentaries back on a channel that I created called Gamementary that got sold to the Escapist, and then got sold to our previous parent company, Enthusiast Gaming, and then we wrapped it up in the Escapist, and then we started doing documentaries on the Escapist. So I'd love to get back to doing documentaries.
Yeah,
more funding.
You can't copyright the concept of a documentary, so
yeah. So yeah, we want to get back to doing documentaries. We want to do more developer interviews. All the stuff that didn't collect enough views to be useful to a company that is very focused on views as their main revenue driver. Like we can do here.
Yeah, that was definitely what part of the problem was that all the corporate owners would want is biggest numbers on the view counts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so they so we'd have a lot of trouble arguing for the worth of Adventurous Night, for example, that tops out about 30,000 views an episode, which is obviously a lot less than ZP got. But what we did see was an extraordinarily high level of engagement with the people who did watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, stuff like Darren's in the Frame series, did 10 to 15,000 views per episode. Like that's gonna be enough for us here. Like we don't need shows that do 100,000 views here. As long as people are supporting us directly, it really is endless. We can do whatever we want. And the community back at the Escapist often told us what they wanted, and we did it. So, if there's content that you want to see from us, like we take that into account and we do it. Somebody asked about a Second Wind website. We have no plan to do an editorial website. It's expensive, and we really
it's just going to be like a YouTube channel and a Twitch channel.
Yep.
At this point.
Lettuce Farmers Grow says, how do we get Patreon roles on Discord? Make sure your Discord account is attached to your Patreon, and as soon as you select a tier, you will get the role in Discord. Stephanie Gillis, when will Nick get some sleep? At some point. I bought like 3 Mountain Dews this morning. I'll be okay. Thoughts of...
You just need to keep moving or you'll die like a tuna fish.
Yes. Well, the nice thing about losing your salary and immediately jumping into a new thing is you don't have much time to think about possibly losing your house. So,
oh, there you go.
If I just keep working, I can't cry. It's fine.
Yes. So if Nick has touched your heart with his lack of sleep, remember to subscribe to the Patreon and donate to PayPal and all of that, and then this poor little boy can perhaps relax for an evening or so.
Mad Cowboy asked, no YouTube memberships. We will have YouTube memberships. We cannot turn monetization on until we get 4,000 hours of watch time on this channel, which will happen after this stream if we go for another 15 minutes. So I guess we'll answer questions for 15 minutes. Chain Whippin says, scored reviews are text only. We do not do scores on any of our reviews, and we never will.
No, that's always been my policy.
Yes.
I mean, I've had entire episodes of extra punctuation in the past on the subject.
Yes. Odysseus of Gaming says, will there be any way for outside freelancers to work with Second Wind, like sending you written content? As I said, no written content planned right now. Outside freelancers, maybe at some point, but as I said, the entire team came with us, and that includes our freelancers. So after the salaried people are taken care of, we're going to be building a freelance budget for them and getting them taken care of too. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, if you're coming in late, we are putting together an entire document that shows where you can find all of our freelancers' personal streams, their Ko-Fis, or however you want to support them. Go follow them on Twitter. Everybody, I can honestly say I was probably the most caustic person from the team on Twitter, but our entire team is super friendly and everything on Twitter. And yeah, so I mean, just go support everybody.
Yes, we are your friends.
Well, no super parasocial relationships here, but
yeah, I mean, if you want to support the whole Second Wind group, that's great. If you'd like to support any of us individually, we'll have the details for that That's absolutely fair enough. I mean, not everyone gets along with everyone. Maybe you only want to support Nick and no one else. Do you have a personal PayPal, Nick?
Uh, yeah. Give your money to the second win though. I don't need it. I want to see. I want second win to be supported.
Oh, what a champ!
Yes. Some
Yeah,
people
so
are asking about guests. Yeah, we'd love to have guests back on Second Wind. You know, of course, as we get podcasts set up and all that, we definitely want guests for that. And I think, yeah, we'll definitely make that happen. Who knows? Who knows who our guests will be? We don't know yet. We'll figure it out.
yeah, there's certainly been a lot of big names reached out to us lately.
Yep. Wade the Great says, "Has the Escapist responded to your walkout?" As I said at the very start of the stream, anybody do not go after the Escapist at all. Don't do it. The people that are writing there are our friends, our team. They're doing their jobs. It has nothing to do with the Escapist brand or the team that's left doing there. So I know, like, I've already seen comments on the website being rude. Please don't do it. Like, they're just doing their job and they're doing the best they can. And everybody here is in full support of anybody still left at the Escapist. Just trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, be nice.
Yes.
Let's focus on optimism for the future and not like what happened in the past and who did what.
People are asking, podcasts go up on Spotify too? Yep, of course. Podcasts will be up on Spotify. And we will probably offer ad-free versions on Patreon too. I haven't included as a perk yet just because I don't know. Yeah, we got to figure out how to set that up because we never had the chance to do it back on the Escapist Patreon. What was the mysterious ZP game? You want to answer that one?
Oh, you mean the one I double billed with El Paso Elsewhere a few weeks back that we couldn't say the name of because they moved the embargo date?
Yeah.
Well, it's out now, so we can just say it was Hellboy Web of Weird.
Somebody's asked, should I unsubscribe from the Escapist YouTube channel? I mean, there won't be any content posted there anymore unless they hire new people to do it. So, I mean, if anything goes up there, we had nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
and that includes, today. I don't know if it went up or not. I haven't seen anybody say it in chat, but like the today was supposed to be the Sonic Zero Punctuation episode for everybody, and a Spider-Man 2 episode for members. So Gamers has control of that. I don't know what they're doing up with it. So
yeah. I mean, it'd be nice if they'd let us know if they're actually using that.
Yes, we would love to know that. All right. I think we'll have time for a few more questions. People are very shocked at your optimism. Yahtzee loves video games, and man, he's optimistic as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, people have this perception of that I was just doing zero punctuation out of obligation or something. I am very passionate about video games, and I love talking about them. Whether it be in a funny review, a fairly facetious review, or in like more in-depth video essay. It's like the thing I've been thinking the most about for the last 30 years of my life. Why wouldn't I want to keep doing that sort of thing?
Yes. Will Second Wind be making any?
I can use my voice. There's no one can copyright my writing voice and my speaking voice.
But they have tried to make AI versions of it, and it's creepy as fuck. So don't.
Well, it's not the same, is it?
No. John Burt says, will Second Wind be making any TikTok content? At some point we'll make shorts and TikTok content. It's a little bit out of our bandwidth at the moment, but our streams, we will re-add the stream highlights thing on the Discord very soon when we get streams started, and I've seen many of faces of me and other people that I wish didn't exist but exist. Will we be seeing long form reviews from Yahtzee?
That probably would be hard to fit into a schedule that also includes a weekly video essay.
What about random long form video essay when you have an idea for one?
I could just do a stream.
That's true too.
Streams go on for a while, and I talk all through those. It's just like scripting a really long thing is a lot of work.
But yeah.
I mean, even just like scripting a 5-minute review takes up a big part of the week.
People want to know about the art style. We have nothing on that today. We don't know.
Obviously, like gamers still have the copyright on Zero Punctuation, which is why we're making it fully emblematic at this point. It is going to be animated. They own like a certain imagery. As for whether you can copyright an art style, as in, a circle with 2 dots for eyes, that's something we aren't too sure about. I mean, if you've got a legal background, get in touch, because we're still working all this out.
Yes, please. Somebody asked about quarterly updates. Yes, so we will continue doing that on the Patreon. I'll add it in as one of the tier benefits, probably for the $10 tier, or actually I'll probably add it for the $5 tier, honestly. So back on the Escapist Patreon, we did a quarterly update, which is there's 4 quarters in a year, so near the end of the quarter, and we will be much more organized about it this time. I get on stream with our backers, and I kind of go over the business plans and everything like that, and just kind of lay out what you can expect for the months to come. So once we actually get going, then we can plan that out, but we will add it too. People are asking about Hatfall.
Yeah, it's the old DP game I made. It's still available on Steam, and still is as far as I know.
Yes, and we can promote Starstruck Vagabond if you're coming in late, so go wishlist that on Steam, please.
Yeah.
Okay, I will just pick a few final questions here as we're wrapping up, because a lot of the questions are being asked that we already answered at the start of the stream. So as a reminder, this stream will be available as a VOD after this is over, so you can go watch the rest of it too. Will there still be an end of the year fully emblematic 4-hour video? Will it contain zero punctuation? Well, I don't think it'll be 4 hours, because we've only got 5 weeks left in the year before we take a break.
And obviously we can't just use all the other ones. I could probably do my best, worst, and blandest video though, like referencing zero punctuations.
Yeah,
through the year. We can still I don't think they ever like copyrighted the best, the worst, and blandest, right?
No, I don't. I mean, they're just words. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know on that legal team. Wait, we don't have a legal team. Shit.
Community legal team.
Yes. And then, yes, as a reminder, first show will go up fully emblematic from Yahtzee Wednesday, November 15th.
That's if you just came here to know if zero punctuation is continuing in any way, that's probably all you want to know.
Yes.
That I will be doing a new game review series with a different branding, a different name. It will be written and voiced by me. It will be animated. There you go.
Cool. And lots of questions about like breakouts, like something else, all that stuff. We are going to launch brand new podcasts here. But if you liked what we did there, then you can expect the same thing here. And also continuing stream series that we were doing. So yeah, we one of the things that we did back on the Escapist was fund stream series ahead of time. So we had an ongoing Devil May Cry series with Yahtzee and KC. Totally plan to continue that here. Amy was working on Sekiro. We plan to continue that here. So yeah, any streams we had going, like plenty coming. In the second Avengers, Cold Take joined the second win. Yep, Cold Take is coming. James Glenn, why did Nick get fired? I got set with unrealistic goals that I couldn't hit, and I got fired. But it's okay. We're here now. This is cool.
Yeah.
Let's see if I got one final question. Who composed the music from the start of the stream? It's just a royalty-free track from YouTube's music section.
We are getting like new music composed for our future IPs.
Yes. Okay. And yes, Jack Packard is involved. He's in the chat. We will be doing something D&D related. We don't know what it is yet, but if you liked what we did before, it's Jack Packard. You can expect the best. Kate says, "Are you all getting second jobs?" Hopefully, we won't need to. I haven't looked at the Patreon. I haven't looked at the PayPal. I have no idea what's come in during the stream, so I'm either going to completely shit a brick, or I'm probably going to shit a brick anyway, or just fall asleep. One of the two. So, all right, I think we can wrap it up there, Yahtzee. As a reminder, go subscribe to the Second Wind live stream channel, because that's where all of our live streams are going to be going. So we won't inundate this channel. This channel will be for premium video only. The live stream channel will be where our live streams live, our podcasts live, all that stuff. So you will not be inundated with notifications from this channel.
And one last time, subscribe to the Patreon. It is the best way to support us at this point.
Yep. Head over to the Patreon. The channel is completely, like I said, self-funded. We're not. People have mentioned investors. We're really looking more for partnerships than investors that we'd have to make a return for. But right now we're open to anything. If it's the right terms, we'll figure it out. But like I said, the initial goal is to fund the entire first year of content. So pretty much 2024 Second Wind up front. So we are planning a Kickstarter. When I get that planned out and we have a launch date for it and all the stuff that we need ready for it, you will know. And then from there, just the Patreon and all the other funding options. So check all that out.
And if you don't want to fund, the least you could do, like, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to the other channel, maybe spread the word, like repost us on Twitter or wherever.
Yeah.
Just any support, any way you can support us at this point would be appreciated.
Yep, all of our social links are out there. And as a reminder, one last time too, we are putting together an entire document that pretty much has the individual channels and stuff for all of our contributors. Like I said, we have a big team here. We want you to go support them all as individuals too. A big part of my mission on the Escapist, and it'll remain the same here, is elevating the people that come to work with us. We want everybody to really grow and find their own audience here too. So we hope you're excited. There's a lot of exciting stuff coming for Second Wind, and the team we have is absolutely incredible, and we are entirely humbled by the support that you are showing us. I don't even know what to say to it, and I'm just really excited to get right back to work. No break.
You want to see the dog again before we go? Well, he's fallen asleep again, but he's going to be going out again at some point anyway.
Yeah, fund us on Patreon so we can do doggy streams.
This is the biggest audience Toffee Time's ever had. We've got to make the most of it.
We've got Toffee, we got Ludo, we got Max, we got Barry, we got all kinds of dogs everywhere.
Donate to the Patreon and I will shake my doggy bum.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for the over 5,000 of you that turned in for this. Incredible.
Yeah, the 5,000 of you that watched Toffee shake his doggy bum.
Yes, and thank you so much for the support. We had no idea it was going to be like this, and we really can't wait to get back to making content for you starting next week. But live streams tomorrow. Dokapon Kingdom over on the YouTube on the Second Wind live stream tomorrow. If you haven't seen Dokapon Kingdom, it's a riot, so make sure you don't miss that. And then oh fuck, I didn't even announce the big thing on Saturday. So Saturday
you need more sleep, Nick.
Yeah, I know, I need more sleep. Saturday we are doing a launch party stream on this channel to celebrate the launch of Second Wind. So the entire
that was a big thing we should probably have mentioned earlier, isn't it?
Yeah, the entire, as much of the team as we can get is going to be on that stream. We're going to be starting at 4 p.m. Central on Saturday, playing. It'll be on YouTube and Twitch, as people are asking. We'll be playing stuff like First Class Trouble, Golf with Your Friends, a bunch of different games, and we're just going to go until either I pass out or I don't know.
Or I have to go back and look after my children.
Yes, I don't have kids. I have 2 dogs to look after. But yes, come on over Saturday. We'll have a really good time. There'll be beer, be giveaway codes. We're gonna have a good time. If you haven't
Yeah,
joined the
man.
Discord, make sure to do that too. I'll post that link. Well, I can't post that link, otherwise it'll go disappear and everybody will be mad at me. So Marty, post that link to the Discord, please, and then that'll be in the announcements channel, so you won't miss it. But all right, that's it. That's the final announcement, I believe. I don't know what else we're doing. I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't even know what day it is, and I can't go to sleep after this. We got stuff to do. But last time, thank you everybody so much, and we will see you back here on the Second Wind live streams channel tomorrow for Dokapon Kingdom. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.